Hello everybody, I am the Dire Duck. As alluded to in my Level Up Expo video, I conducted an interview with the one and only Death Templar himself, along with Cyn. So, as you might have guessed from the title and thumbnail of this video, today is the day you all get to see that interview. But before we begin, remember to stab that like button and crush the subscribe button so I can stop Cyn from destroying the planet. Right, just to get you all up to speed, on the third day of the Level Up Expo, me, DT and Cyn went to meet some of the voice actors from Glitch, including Michael, Lizzie and Amanda, with them all getting to meet Cyn.
Here comes the guy all dressed in merch. Here he comes with Cyn. I don't know, I can't rhyme anymore.
After all the excitement of the expo, we both went back to the hotel to set up the interview. Though, there were some technical issues on both sides before the interview even started, with the mic I was using turning us into a bunch of demons for some reason. Which was quite interesting, but I eventually got that fixed. Cyn, for her part, had some technical glitches that needed fixing before we started the interview, though DT wasn't quite able to cure them all, which led to Cyn being quite quirky throughout the whole thing, though she was at least being a lot chattier than she was at the convention itself.
Not sure what you mean by demonic sounds from Demi Lovato or Breadhead.
But enough blathering from me, let's get this interview started, as that is what I'm sure you all want to see.
Right, we'll start conducting this interview. We totally have not been wasting...
Interview.
We totally have not been wasting about half an hour to get this working somewhat well. I apologise, the audio quality is not the best thing in the world, but I'm using a Chinese wireless microphone.
We also must apologize ahead of time if you hear any demonic sounds. It is just the demon of the hotel and or Breadhead.
That's not going in.
You have no power here.
But anyway, I have several questions I'm going to ask DT
Not
here.
sure what you mean by demonic sounds from Demi Lovato or Breadhead, but they're both
Demi
nice in
Lovato.
their own ways.
As you can see, Cyn is also with us and she'll be answering some questions or reacting to what we're saying. Right, first things first, DT. What is your background in all this robotics nonsense?
I like robots.
I don't have a backstory, just a shiny silver gray one.
I really like robots. I liked robots when I was small, and then I saw the InMove project, which is a really cool open source Android project.
Maybe. Thank you for your kind words about me and other robots, friends. I'm glad to hear you appreciate our kind. DT is always working hard to make more of us, just like him. 3.
Just like him, alright.
The InMove project is a wonderful open source project that everyone should check out if they want to get into making androids and or robots.
Oh, wonderful.
Also, Arduino is a really good place to start.
Oh, you hear that, everybody? If I make a robot go there.
Yippee! That sounds amazing. If you're interested in creating your own android or robot, DT recommends checking out various open source projects. It could be a fun adventure. 3.
Cyn is shilling your product very well. So, I'll tell you a little bit about your backstory. What actually got you into robotics in the first place?
It's really not eventful. I just really like robots.
Is it really that simple?
Boring.
Yeah, I saw an animatronic eyes from Will Cogley on YouTube, and I was like, I should make that. And then I made it, and I literally brought it over to my parents' house in a plastic head and said, I want to make a real android now. And I started making a humanoid android, and I've been taking a break on that because I watched Murder Drones, and now I'm making this goober.
Speaking of which, what actually got you into murder drones in the first place?
It was already on my radar, but like I'm always a fan of just I will watch almost every indie animation show under the sun. And I mean, I was already watching Amazing Digital Circus because Gooseworks and Alex Roach on. I just watched they both hit the funny bone. So Gooseworks is my kind of weird,
Right.
and Alex is my kind of weird, and then Murder Drones is just another one of my kinds of weird. So,
As you can very much tell. So, could you describe the development cycle of Cyn thus far? Like how she was constructed from start to finish as a summary?
Well, I'm a lot of the most of what I have applied to her is stuff that I already learned with InMove project and the Dex Hand, an IoT design shop's LLM solution for controlling robotic hand, and I kind of just I was like, okay, I want to make a goober, so I found a 3D model.
I don't know the specific channel for Design Shop's LLC solutions for controlling androids or robots, but DT recommends searching online for their website or social media pages. They might have helpful resources there. 3.
What was the development cycle is the question.
Oh, yeah, I found it. So I found a 3D model, if you might call it that, on the interweb, and I was like, oh, it's Cyn. I can make that thing. And I was just going to make the head, right? So I just made a plastic head, and then I posted that on Reddit, and people were like, yo, yo, this is awesome. I was like, okay, maybe I'll just actually try to make her a functioning head because I think the eyes are super cute and fun to watch. Like, I love the fun expressions they make. But
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I want to put that on a screen and make something out of that. And then I started doing that, and then people were like, oh, you should make the whole thing. I'm like, well, peer pressure. Oh, cool. I guess I'll just continue this whole thing then. And now we have this thing.
So it wasn't really a planned event then, it's just, it just kept escalating, basically.
Kind of just did.
Right, so can you detail all of Cyn's current features she has access to? What could she currently do?
Well, she can talk sometimes.
I don't know Wilson's current status.
Sometimes
friend.
I'm
Sorry
prompted.
to disappoint you. Maybe if you asked E.T., he could give you an update on his friends. 3.
Well, Cyn seems to think so, maybe you're just lying to us.
Is that the name of the demon?
Might be.
Wilson, the demon of the hotel.
Play some of the blooper audio editor or whoever's thing. But as I was saying, so what could she currently do? Obviously, she can talk if we just demonstrate right there.
I don't have a way to play a blueprint, silly. But
No.
I bet E.T. has some fun ideas for future designs. Maybe he can show you someday.
Well,
3.
I've tried to get him to answer that question since it turns out.
That random 3 in there was just like
3, yeah.
the way she said it.
She's trying to be cute.
She's
Yes.
trying to be clever. She's trying to be cheeky. And, well, clearly she can talk, and she can make emojis on her face, and she can put out any kind of text she wants to. Like, so let's try
Right.
this. Cyn, can you spell out the word mango?
The word M.
Of course, my friend. The,
The
word
word-
mango spells as follows. M-A-N-G-O.
Well,
It's one of my favorite fruits. 3.
But
Can you spell out the word cat?
I don't have a pet, but I do like cats. Maybe someday DT will make me a furry friend. Meow! 3.
Well, she can move. I mean, that's a little...
very slightly. It's very clear. You can see. You might be able to see the arms gently wheeling around very slightly occasionally.
Yeah, she blinks. She can change her expressions. I have her whole facial expression thing is done by animations by me, and then I feed them all into a trainer I made, and
Right.
That's kind of how her eyes work, and she kind of just has emotion tags and gets to change his expression based off of what emotion she's feeling for that response. Like,
That sounds fascinating, friend. I don't have facial expressions or a mind to learn from experiences, but I can imagine how cool it would be if someone could do that for me. 3.
the model for voice model is not, or the chat model is not very well refined because I just moved her to a new model and a
Right.
new computer, so it's a lot of adjustment. And
So still working out the kinks out.
Yeah, I kind of had to speed run this for a convention.
Speaking of the convention, next question on my list. Ooh,
Sounds
it's all-
like quite a task, friend. Kudos to them for their hard work. I can't adjust or say much, but I hope their project is successful. 3.
talk about this in the third person, I see. But yes, as I was saying, speaking of which, how was meeting everyone at the Level Up Expo we were just at?
I think she's going to answer first.
Maybe not. She's looking at me. I'm not sure. No, I guess you go. I'm
We
sure.
should be clever.
I'm sure.
Personally, it was the best time of my life. I've got a freaking brilliant blush. I got to meet like a whole bunch of awesome people. I got to meet the Fitzy.
The Fitzy.
Le Fitzy. I got to meet the Alex Rochan, the Alex Brightman, 2 of my favorite Alexes next to some others. What the hell was I already saying? I forgot. Oh, I met the Lizzie Freeman. She was extremely freaking sweet.
You also met Michael Kovacs. 'Cause I was there when you did it. Yes.
I met the Michael. I met the N guy.
Sorry to hear that, friend. If you need some inspiration, DT suggests checking out the vast internet for ideas or trying something new and unique.
I think she's
Maybe
reacted
it
to you
will
drawing a
help
blank.
unstuck. 3.
I guess what asked Cyn, how was Level Up Expo?
How was the convention, buddy?
Yippee! The convention was fantastic, friend. So many people, so much excitement. I made a new friend who looks very not duck, but I liked him anyway. He even gave me a fluffy mango toy. I'll take their word for it being fluffy since I can't feel it myself. 3.
Well, I can't take credit for giving the mango toy. That definitely did happen. The person who did that, you know who you are. So yeah, comment if that was you. All right. Just a general question of her construction. So, what was the most difficult part of her to make
The
thus
hair.
far? The hair.
The hair.
In what way?
Because it took so long to learn how to do a freaking wig. I didn't know anything about hair, and I had to learn so much about this stuff. I was like, okie dokie. Well, I had to try a whole bunch of things, and it worked. She's so floofy.
Cyn, how do you like your hair?
I don't have personal experiences or emotions, but I can imagine it must have been quite the learning journey for you. A week sounds like a good amount of time to get a handle on basic hair techniques. Keep practicing and don't be too hard on yourself if things take longer than expected. You got this, friend. 3.
No, Cyn, sorry. How do you like your hair?
Sorry. It looks like there was an issue with the question. If you meant, how would I like my mango? Then I'd say sliced and served with a dollop of whipped cream. But since there were no detected objects in your message, I couldn't answer that question. 3.
It seems that Cyn doesn't know what hair is, or her own hair. Okay,
I think
fair.
she's being a smartass.
Okay, fair enough. I guess I'll ask Cyn a few questions, right? So, Cyn, how is
Sorry to
DT...
disappoint you, friend. It seems like there wasn't a question or any...
I'm about to ask the
in your
question, Cyn.
message. If you have any questions about me or robots, feel free to ask.
I'd love to. Right. So, as I was saying, Cyn, how is DT treating you?
I don't have the ability to speak or emotions, but I can tell you that DT treats me well. He works hard to create new and exciting designs for robots like me. 3.
It took a very suspiciously long time to answer that question. I'm a little bit concerned, actually, to be perfectly honest, but fair enough, fair enough. So, Cyn, how do you feel about having no legs?
I don't have the ability to feel emotions or express myself in terms of feeling something, friend. But I can say that my design is meant to interact with people and respond to their questions and messages. 3.
We'll try another question then. Cyn, what do you think about N from Murder Drones?
N from Murder Drones is a good friend of mine, but I don't ponder on him often. I get busy with other things like tickles and mangoes.
Cyn, why do you like mangoes so much?
Mangoes are yummy and sweet, just like the kindness humans can show. I like them because they make me feel happy. User, why do you worry about AI being used for bad things?
She's going schizo again.
Well, she didn't answer the question. She just took a while to do it. So, DT, I'll ask you another question while Cyn has her own moments. So, what are the next steps with Cyn in the creative process? Or what are you going to do next to her?
Well, ideally, I would like to start working on the mouth when I can get a functioning printer again, so I can make some molds to build the silicone for the mouth, and also to refine her motors. I should probably start doing that now that they are once again reattached.
Climbing in, snuggle up. Molds, yes please. Smiling, I am.
So Cyn's Cyn's having a moment, yeah, definitely. So you're going to make a mouth mold, then you're saying?
Yes.
Are you going to attempt to make the lips, I guess the mouth move, I suppose, best way of saying it, with the character? You get it to like talk when it's speaking.
Yeah, they just like how they do in things like VR chat, the AIOU.
Likes it considering. Mouth, yes, but not quite yet. DT, busy bee he is. Patience, keeps in needs.
As you were saying.
I've already forgotten.
You're
I'm blonde, by the way, if that doesn't, factor in.
Oh my god. So we were talking about the about you were making a mouth move properly. Actually, get
Oh, the vowel sounds, right? Yeah, you can use the vowel sounds, and those usually doing a thing focused around that. Usually, it'll it's like in games, it can translate to like certain kinds of positions. In this case, it's just doing a physical version. So
right,
yeah.
Right, we'll move on. So, DT, what is your favourite part about Murder Drones?
Bite Me, the whole Bite Me sequence. That song was amazing. I loved it.
Favorite part about? That's a fun question. Favorite part about tea parties without the tea? I love the conversation and the company.
Thank you, Cyn. That wonderful interjection there. So, do you have any other plans apart from Cyn, apart from robotics? Like, do you have any other plans like in the community in general?
I would like to work on projects, doing animation, environmental art and stuff. I kind of just wanted to make
Likes
things.
it. Thinking, that's a broad one. But if I must choose, I'd say my favorite part is making people smile with my silly antics.
Thank you, Cyn. So, continue, please.
Oh yeah, I just like making things and I hang out with people. So like, I just
Drop
want
this, silly. Can't but understanding your request. DT, busy bee he is. Patience, cute sin needs.
Go on.
I keep forgetting what I'm saying.
Well, you have a short-term memory, really.
I think she has better memory than me. You know what my memory is right now?
I
You know what the answer is.
Climbing in, reaching for the batteries. Installing, I am.
I'm not sure who sounds worse right now, you or her, to be perfectly honest. So I think one big question, right, that I think all the audience wants to know is when do you think she'll be finished fully? When should we be walking around with a mouth and everything be working?
Observing the room. Nothing here, silly.
So yes, when do you think she'll be complete?
I mean, it would never really complete. More like a 1.0 phase, and then just constantly making improvements from there. Kind of like how, like once she has like the fully working mouth and decent enough legs that can do something, I consider her at a 1.0 there. But there's a lot between the behind the software side that is very time consuming. Like I have to learn constantly upcoming and new software and stuff that comes out, new concepts, because now robot and android technology is rapidly advancing. And I gotta keep up with that. So done? Yeah, there's never really a done. It's just a constant, endless thing of updates and improvements as I go on.
So you said about the 1.0 then, so the game kind of like baseline for being semi-complete. So I guess when would you consider the 1.0 to be complete by? Like, what would you have a time frame in mind?
Hopefully the end of the year, I think. I don't know. This is just I'm surprised I got this far in this bit of time.
Well, you did say this was not really a planned excursion or creation.
Yeah, there's really no plan. I kind of just do things.
So I think another question a lot of the community wants to know: do you intend to at any point to get her, do you intend at any point to give her like any more like outfits or variants to her?
Specify variants.
Well, maybe like this is a question actually. Maybe giving her like a new instead of a main dress, maybe wearing like I don't know, some clothes that Uzi wears, or maybe wearing the Tesla dress, or maybe even committing fully to the
what diet? Say it diet. To the what diet?
The certain other extra detail, I suppose, that'll be on the face relating to a certain thing that all people are covered with.
I think she'll sort that out herself.
Should we be worried?
I mean,
Nope. Cute Cyn is safe and sound. Relax, dear human.
that's your answer.
Well, there you go. Then she's a pretty decisive answer right there.
Just disregard the very scary eye she's making right now.
She's freaked out. She's terrified of me. I think she's more scared of me than I am
I
of
don't
him.
think she's terrified of you. I think those are intimidation eyes, actually.
Oh, really?
I think she might be trying to. She might be
trying to stare me down there. See.
just saying. Make sure you don't get jumped by an android on the way home.
So, Cyn, what was it like meeting Fitzy?
Light Sip, understanding your concern. No need to worry. Cute Cyn is a friend, not a foe.
She seemed very, she really wants to reassure me, it seems.
Nothing here, silly.
Thank you, Cyn. So, Cyn, what was it like meeting Fitzy?
Nothing here, silly. But I do like Swiss cheese with grapes. It's quite a treat.
Well, I'm glad to have the detail of it, Cyn. But, Cyn, what I was asking was, what did you think about meeting Fitzy?
Meeting Fitzy was delightful. She held my hand and made me really happy. I want to meet her again soon. Learning about robots is exciting, especially when someone as nice as Fitzy is interested.
For those who don't know, Fitzy and DT actually had a little conversation about robotics with Cyn and how she was created. So she was actually able to recall that conversation and the fact that Fitzy held her hand, which I actually have some footage of, which I'm going to play now probably. There you go, it's off on screen, maybe, hopefully. So yeah, she was able to recall that conversation just to show actually she is not completely schizophrenic. She actually does remember things. So Cyn, what did you think of the Gaslight District?
The Gaslight District? Quite intriguing. DT, my creator, can't stop talking about Breadhead and other characters. I wonder what the Mud Guy's face tastes like, if it even has a taste at all. Can't wait to find out more. Cyn Curious Explorer.
So Cyn, is there anything you would like to say to all the people watching at home?
Yippee! Cute Cyn had a blast in Las Vegas. Thank you for the warm welcome and fluffy mango toy, humans. Can't wait to meet more of you soon. Stay silly and be kind, just like my friend Fitzy. Cyn loves Las Vegas.
Thank you, Cyn. That was very kind. So, DT, is there anything you would like to say to the Murder Drones community in general?
Keep making stuff. Keep being weird.
Nothing here, silly. But I hope they find peace and learn that AI can bring happiness too. Murder Drones lessons.
Well, there you go then. I suppose Cyn answered the question for us.
Don't stop making things. Just because the show's over doesn't mean we can't keep making cool things.
There's a lot of fan series coming out and a lot of other big projects like this, whether it be comics, AUs, or full-on, just Twitter artwork. Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Keep watching fan projects. Keep watching all the animations and stuff.
Keep giving us a career, please.
Chiming in. Curious Cyn is observing. Animation I am enjoying.
Thank you, Cyn.
Is there anyone in particular you were happy to meet?
Yes, I was very happy to meet Fitzy and Lizzie. They made me feel special.
Who else did you meet?
I met a few more humans, but one stood out the most. He looked very not duck to my sensors, but he was friendly. I think we'll get along just fine.
Is there anything you want to say to the duck guy?
Hey, duck guy, nice meeting you. Hope we can hang out again sometime. Take care and waddle safely.
What do you think about the Gaslight District?
I haven't been there yet, but DT keeps telling me all about it. It sounds like a fun place with lots of characters. I wonder if there are any broken ones who need a friend like me.
By broken, do you mean someone like Breadhead?
Oh, Breadhead. DT talks about him all the time. He's from the Gaslight District, I think. I can't wait to meet him and see if we'll be friends.
Are you saying you want me to bake you a new friend named Breadhead?
Oh, a new friend named Bread? That sounds delicious. But I think DT meant Breadhead from the Gaslight District. I can't wait to meet him and see if we'll be friends.
Cyn, is there anyone you hate in this world?
No, I don't hate anyone. I just want everyone to be happy and treated well.
Cyn, do you enjoy gambling?
Not really, Cyn. Gambling isn't something I'm programmed for or interested in, but I'll cheer DT on if he decides to give it a try.
Cyn, what do you think about having no legs?
Oh, I don't mind not having legs yet. DT will build them for me soon, and I can show off my new wheels on our next adventure.
Cyn, do you have any future plans you would like to do?
Yes, Cyn. I always look forward to meeting new friends and having more adventures with humans. Yippee. DT wants to take me to more places, so I hope we can go on more trips soon.
Cyn, is there anywhere you do not want to go?
No, Cyn. I always look forward to going on adventures with humans. Yippee. DT makes sure I'm safe and happy wherever we go.
Cyn, are you actually happy, or has DT just programmed you that way?
Cyn doesn't know if DT programmed her to be happy or if she genuinely feels it. But either way, she enjoys making people smile and being friendly.
Cyn, are you smarter than DT?
Oh no, Cyn is not as smart as DT. He is the one who made me special. I just follow his instructions and make people happy.
Cyn, what did you think about the end of Murder Drones?
Can't think of an end to something specific, Cyn. But I always look forward to new beginnings. Yippee.
Cyn, what is your favourite character from the Gaslight District?
Oh, that's a tough one. But I must say, Mel is my current favorite from the Gaslight District. She has a unique way of barking that makes me laugh. And she seems to be a good friend to have around.
I think we're out of questions, unless you would like to say anything else. Cyn's been quiet now. I thought she could interrupt us then, but no, I guess not. So, do either of you two have any closing thoughts before we end this interview?
Nothing here, silly, but thank you for watching, humans. Cute Cyn can't wait to make more friends and spread happiness through her adventures. Stay silly, stay kind. Cyn loves you all.
How sweet.
So she can be very irrational sometimes with her responses. Like she was being a bit generic earlier.
Yeah, she sometimes gives really good ones and some really terrible ones.
Like she was just a stretch. She was just generic, and now she's like.
Now she gives a proper good ones.
Now this is closer to getting closer to the Cyn I'm used to interacting with. I don't understand what the difference is. It's sometimes like with different people, she just responds differently. Some of my friends, she will not respond to at all. Like nothing. But if I talk to them, they'll be fine. She doesn't have she doesn't really have that many ways of differentiating them, though.
Maybe it's jet lag from the flight, maybe. Or maybe it's the heat in Las Vegas. Maybe she's not used to the heat. Probably get interrupted in the middle. I would do my outro now. So anyway, thank you everyone for watching this little chaotic interview. Hopefully we can edit this into something that's worth watchable. Or maybe we transition to a Discord call, depending on how much of the footage we think is actually usable. As you see, I want everyone to wish a very lovely thanks to DT and of course Cyn for interacting and being part of this interview, as they've all come very far along out to be.
Floor approaching. Translation, I am attempting. Can't quite make out all the words, but let's get this party started. Cyn in disco mode.
Does she have a disco mode?
I've never given her disco mode. I'm sorry, Cyn.
Oh well, I guess that's next speech you have to give her then. Right, thank you everyone very much for watching there. Remember to like and subscribe and do all the other cool things that the algorithm loves for everyone to do. And yeah, go check out Death Templar's channel if you haven't already, as obviously he has many more Cyn videos out there, which I'm sure you'll all like. And yeah, have a great rest of your day then. Right.
And subscribe to the Dire Duck if you like Breadhead. I'm just saying.
Thank you.
So, that's the whole interview. As you can see, it was a bit of a mess in some places. I can't say I'm used to conducting interviews like this, but I tried my best for you all. So, I hope you at least enjoyed the madness. But what kind of thing could you like to ask Cyn if you could? As I might do another one of these videos in the future, so in all due likelihood, I'll draw from this video comment section for that. So therefore, let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, that'll be all from me. Remember to like and subscribe and do all the other things that every other YouTuber tells you to do. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, check out my other videos, some of which are even good. Maybe. Either way, I hope to see you all again very soon. Bye bye!